I am Mojo, and today we're going to be doing a lot of work on the charger. Actually, I have a toolbox that I brought from home that I literally just filled with a bunch of wrenches, a bunch of crap that will help me get the job done today, and however long it'll take, sockets, ratchets, etc. So today what I'm going to be doing is spark plugs and the entire front suspension. So we're talking ball joints, control arms, and tie rod ends, and I even think I have inner tie rods. So I'm not sure how to do those. I might have to learn how to do them, but yeah guys, that's what today's video is going to consist of. So I appreciate you guys clicking on the video, and more charger content is now. So I hope you enjoy the video. I'll see you guys at the end. We're going to take off these covers, remove the coils, unplug the coils, and see, they got a rusty bolt there. I think I'm just going to replace that, go to the parts store or hardware store if they're even open. And then I'm going to clear out the wiring and then see what it takes to get those plugs out. Alright guys, so I have all the 10 mils removed, 2 per coil pack. So what I'm going to do now is find out a place and lay these. All right, so this is what I did. I have my valve cover, plastic cover right here, and where these coils are covered, I just put the coil where it designates where it was, so it goes right back to the order that it was originally. So yeah, now we're ready to start removing some spark plugs, and I'll throw you guys on another time lapse. All right guys, so before I get started, I want to tell you it's a 5/8 spark plug socket. It's not like a traditional socket. The spark plug socket, you can see, actually have a rubber in there. It actually holds on to the spark plug, so when you unscrew it all the way, it'll stay to this. I'm using like a medium 1/2 inch extension. I'm gonna put it on, and there you go. Got it pushed in past the rubber. So before I do that though, I don't want to have a hole in the engine, because that's exactly what a spark plug is. If you take it out, it's a hole directly into the cylinder. So what you want to avoid is the most time with the spark plug out. So your spark plug that you're going to put in, you are going to gap that. So I have my OEM spark plugs right here, platinum spark plug. There's the part number. And they come in packs of 4. I bought a 4-pack, 4 times 4 is 16. So what I'm going to do is remove the plug, set this off to the side, and these are NGK, same thing you get from factory. Okay, so you're going to take this. These OEM plugs come with a gap, or at least mine did, they came with a gap of 0.05 inches. That is actually what OEM spec is, so they come pre-gapped to that. That's for the SRT8. So what I'm going to do is slide this. You can see it'll go back and forth until it stops. And mine stops. Hold on. Mine will stop almost perfect. Almost right at 5/0. It probably actually needs to come out a tad. So that's what I'm going to do. Out a tad. Now it'll be almost perfect right there. That's where it needs to be at. Dead center. So now what I'm going to do is remove the old spark plug and put the new one in directly. Check that puppy out. Just an old plug. Them tips were freaking shot. Let's see if they use an OEM plug. And they didn't. Double iridium, Bosch. That's a good plug. It's not necessarily OEM, and it's pretty gunked up, so I'm glad to be throwing in new plugs. These, so push it in, should stick in. It shouldn't be able to be pulled out very easily. Since we already have it gapped, we're gonna thread it in. You wanna make sure that it does not cross thread. If this cross threads at all, back it off, because you have some serious problems if you cross thread a spark plug. Thread it until it's hand tight. Okay, it's getting kind of tight. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten this. It doesn't need to be cranked on, and you definitely don't need a torque wrench either. Look at that, just right there. Doesn't need to be cranked on at all. And boom, spark plug is installed. All right, guys, so check it out. So this is the old spark plug that came out of cylinder number 1, the second spark plug. You can see there's a, hold on. There's like a an insert. It's actually called, what is it called? It's a hail coil. So it's like an insert that goes over top of this. In order to install a new spark plug, what I did was I actually went out and bought a new one. And here it is. I made sure it threaded it on. It threaded on well. So I'm taking it out of this one. And I'm going to check the gap on a new spark plug. Right here. Check the gap. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to do, thread this on here. First, before I put on thread locker, what I'm going to do is make sure it fits. I just had this one sitting in there so there isn't an open hole. See if it threads in. Sure enough, it threads in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some thread locker on that. And dang, my engine bay looks really dirty on camera. So what I'm going to do, put some thread locker where these grooves are. Some thread locker on there. And then call it a day. Just a dab will do ya. And so what that is going to do is it's going to actually lock in the hail coil or hail coil. And when I go to do spark plugs again, I'll actually just remove the spark plug instead of the whole entire coil. So I'm just going to tighten it up. There we go. And then we have our new spark plug installed. You don't need to over torque your 10 mil, just get them tight. Snug will do ya. You're basically just going to repeat the process over and over again. Just make sure that you always check your spark plug gap, make sure it's 0.05. And I used a universal joint and even changed to a 3/8 drive spark plug socket in the rear with the universal joint to make it easier. But other than that, I could use the 1/2 inch drive, 1/2 inch extension all the way around. So what I'm going to do is throw on the intake, and then I'm going to start her up to see what she sounds like. I haven't changed spark plug since I bought her, so I'm hoping that it sounds quite a bit better. Seems to be running like quite a bit better. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely handling the, like if I usually when I used to sit on it, it would cut out. Love it. It's awesome. Next thing, to actually wrap it up, I wanted to say the hardest part of this was to get to the two rear here, two rear back there, and then this one by the dipstick. Make sure you have a 3/8 spark plug socket. As you can see, I used the 1/2 inch one, which is the one with the black extension for the beginning, because a lot of the stuff is easy to reach. But as I progressed farther, the 3/8 spark plug socket with a universal joint and a small extension was definitely the go-to. And for the one, that's basically all I needed spark plug wise. So that being said, I really hope you guys learned something from the video. I'm sure there's, spark plugs are spark plugs. Essentially, you're just removing bolts and putting bolts in. As long as you know how to gap them correctly. In my case, I bought OEM ones, so they came pre-gapped. So you might want to go that route. They're about the same price, and it's OEM. You can't get better than OEM. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.